Good morning, Year 5. Today we are going to be looking at using the inverse operation to help us check calculations and to check our workings out, okay? So, first thing we're going to think about is, what does inverse mean? So this week we've been looking at and learning about addition and subtraction, okay? And you might have heard me say the word inverse a couple of times. And that's because addition is the inverse of subtraction, okay? They are the opposite. Inverse means opposite. The same as multiplication is the inverse or the opposite of division. So they almost come in a pair like that. Okay? But today we are going to be thinking about just addition and subtraction. So we are thinking about using the opposite operation to help us find and check our working out and our answers, okay? So, Kate wants to check her addition calculation. So Kate's done 364 add 942, and that equals 1,306. Okay? And it says circle the subtractions that can be used to check Kate's addition. Okay? So first I want to look at the question. It says subtractions. So that suggests that there's going to be more than one. Okay? But first we need to break down this calculation. So let's think. If I had this in a bar model, and I had my whole and my parts, the biggest number in this calculation would be my whole. And the biggest number is 1,306. Okay? And so that means my parts would be 364, and it would be 942. Okay? So if we think about a bar model, if we add the two parts, we would get the answer, which is what Kate's done. So we need to subtract the part away from the whole number. So we need to do the whole number, subtract a part. We're going to do the opposite to check her answer. Okay? So if I know that 1,306 is my whole, I can look for the ones that have that in. Or I can look for the ones that don't have that in first. So, this question has it in, this question has it in, and so does this one. So this one up here, we can cross out for now because we know it's not got our whole in it, so we know it's not going to be correct. Okay, so let's look at our equation type sentence again. At the whole, subtract the part, okay? So here, for this one, I've got the whole, subtract the part. So I can put a circle around this one. And then let's look at the one underneath. This one's got 364, subtract 1,306. However, this one can't be correct because it's doing the part subtract the whole, not the whole subtract the part. Okay? So this one again would be incorrect. So we can look at this one. This one also says the whole subtract the other part. So this one was one part. This one subtracting the other part. So we could circle this one. Okay? Let's have another go. So Matt wants to check his subtraction calculation this time. 45,458 subtract 7,459. And that equals 37,999. Okay, so this time it's a bit different, but we're going to have a look at using a bar model again, just because that helps us to visualize it a little bit easier. So if you remember, the largest number is our whole. So the largest number in this calculation is 45,458. So that means that our parts are 7,459 and 37,999. Okay? So that means that we are looking for these numbers in our calculation. Okay? But remember, with addition, for the addition. So this time we want to find addition rather than subtraction. So I'm looking for the two parts added together. So in this one, I don't want to see the whole in my calculation, okay? So I can cross out this one because it's got the whole in the calculation. So it's not going to be correct, it's going to give us an even bigger number than 45,454. And the same with this one. It's not going to help us because it's got the whole number in there already. So our parts are going to add up to give that whole. So you can see here in the bottom left corner, I've got 7,459. That's one of my parts, and I'm adding the other part. So that one I could circle. Okay. And then again here, I've got one part, add the other part. But this time they're just in a different order, and that doesn't matter for addition. We can put any number in whatever way wherever we want in the calculation. So I can circle that one as well. So today I would suggest, if you are struggling with these questions, to draw out a bar model, put your biggest number for the whole, and then the other two numbers as your part. And then you are more likely to get it, okay? So have a go at this one. Use the inverse to check this calculation. So pause the video and have a go. Okay, so hopefully you realise that the inverse of addition, so we want to be doing subtraction this time, and I'm going to draw a bar model to work out what I need to do. Okay, so here is my bar model. So I'm looking for my biggest number. So if I'm doing addition, I know the biggest number is going to be the answer. So I've got 12,361. So that means one of my parts is going to be 4,687, and my other part is going to be 7,674. Okay, so we know that if we want to do addition, we add the parts. If we want to do subtraction, we subtract one of the parts from the whole number. So that is exactly what we need to do. So we are doing the inverse. So I'm going to take the whole number, and I'm going to pick just one of the parts. I don't need both, I just need one, and it doesn't matter which one it is. So I'm going to pick 4,687, and what I'm looking for is for this calculation to give me the other part. So the answer to this should equal 7,674. So let's have a look if it does. So I can't do 1 subtract 7, so I'm going to exchange. So I've got 4. I can't do 5 subtract 8, so I'm going to exchange. So I've got 7. I can't do that, so I need to exchange. So I've got 6. I can't do that, so I need to exchange. So I've got 7. Okay, so you can see that this answer here is now the same as this part here. So I had my whole number, I had one of the parts, and those subtracted gave me the other part. Okay, so use a bar model to help you if you are struggling. Okay, Alice thinks of a number. When I add 5,674 to my number, I get 11,567. What number did Alice start with? Okay, so let's again draw our bar model out because that is what will help us. Okay, so if she's adding and she says I get 11,567, that will suggest that is her biggest number, so it's going to be her whole. So 11,567. So one of her parts is going to be 5,674. So we are missing that part there. Okay. So remember, to get the whole, we add the parts together. To find a missing part, we subtract. So we are going to do whole, subtract part. Yeah? Okay, so let's do whole, subtract the part we have, which will give us the part we are missing. So we are going to do 11,567 subtract 5,674. Okay, let's draw the line in. And here we go. So 7 subtract 4 is 3. I can't do 6 subtract 7, so I need to exchange. So that gives me 9. I can't do that one, so I need to exchange. That gives me 8. I can't do that one, so I need to exchange to give me 5. So the missing part would be, the number, what number did she start with? She started with 5,893. Okay, so she added 5,893 to 5,674. And we can check that. So now we can do the whole calculation that Alice did. So we can do 5,000. So this is the answer we have just got, 5,893. Add the other part, 5,674, to see if we get the same whole number. Okay, so 3 add 4 is 7, 9 add 7 is 16, 8 add 6 is 14, add 1 is 15, 5 add 5 is 10, add 1 is 11. So you can see that we get the same whole. Okay, so when you get a question like this, do the first one, find the part of the whole, and then do the inverse to check your answer is correct. Okay, so here's a question for you. 12,345 subtract 6,789 equals 5,556. So that means that 5,556 add 6,789 equals 12,345. Is that true or is that false? Pause the video and have a go. Is that true or false? Okay, so we can see that it is true. The inverse of subtraction is addition. So like we said before, in the first one, they did the whole number, subtract one of the parts. So they did the whole number, subtract this part. But then for the next calculation, they did the two parts added together to give us the whole. So that is true. Okay. So if you are doing silver today, you are doing questions 1 to 3. Gold, you are doing question 4 to 6, and platinum, you are doing questions 6 to 8. Have a go at challenging yourself today. If you are on gold, complete gold, and then you could have a go at platinum. If you are doing silver, you could have a go at silver and gold, okay? Challenge yourself. If you're doing platinum, you could try and do every question, and you could try and make sure you get every answer correct, okay? If you need any help, please contact Mrs. Willis and I, and we will get back to you as quick as we can.